Okay, straight into it. We got a couple guys that are beefing. Now, we're going to hear the whole story from the professor here, but just to kind of give you a little bit of the background, two guys, I think, live together, have some beef in the gym, and doesn't want the negative energy, and essentially, hey, let's settle it in the gym. Now, I do want to say, listen, we're going to have problems with our family, our relatives, our coworkers. One thing I do like is like, hey, let's just take it on the mat, let's settle the score, and let's move on through the day, you know? And there's a sense of that because just, you know, I'll say some stories here at the end, which I'd like you to stay by. But, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes we just need to roll it out, fight it out, and then we're good. You know, we're animals, we're primal. You know, we really need to, you know, embrace that from time to time. So let's watch the video. I want to see how everything went down. Let's hear the story from the professor, and let's dive into it, you guys. All right. And again, if you guys haven't liked to subscribe to the channel, make sure to go over there and do that. And let's hop into it. Now, this is the gym, by the way. Love it. It is old school. In the hole. Nothing matches. Everything's broken. Like my bones. Let's go.
So listen, let me explain. Let me tell you what you're about to see. So in the gym, I mean, I don't know. I like to think a lot of times our gyms not that different than everyone else's, but growing up for me, like fighting wasn't really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? We got into a couple fights a week, and I'm not saying that to sound like a tough guy. Just we just fought all the time, so it like wasn't a big deal. So when two motherfuckers get into it, you can just fight and be done. You know, you can fight tomorrow and be friends again. They're not beefing and not gangbanging. You know what I mean? So in the gym, anytime any people have any type of, you know, aggressive behavior towards each other, I tell them, man, you guys need to why don't you just fight and squash this shit, get it done. Because if you're upset enough to talk shit about it, why don't you just fight? You know, it's not a big deal. The worst can happen is you get your ass whooped, right? So that's just kind of a rule, man. If you talk shit or you get out of line with somebody, you need to fight them. You know, if not, you can explain. It's like it's a cancer to just have like like bitch ass attitude where someone will complain or just act like act like a bitch and not want to back it up. So anyway, these guys got into it outside of the gym, and they kind of brought it into the gym, and then they said, look, we want to get it in. So I went to the visitors, and I told them, listen, when we have shit like this happen, I have the guys fight it out so it can be done. So if I thought it was going to bother them, I would have them leave. But, for our people, it's pretty normal. We have them from time to time, and I enjoy them. I think that every man should get into some type of fight, a few times in their life so you can really see what you're made out of. But anyway, it's they got it in, man. They fight right there, they get it in, they leave it right there on the mat. All the boys around, all their homies are there supporting them. The guys cheer, but they're not really cheering for anyone specific. Like sometimes it seems like one of the guys win, they're happier, but dude, it's just they're just excited, man. You know what I mean? They're getting it in, all the shit's flowing. Like I said, I think it's good for them. I love it. So I love our atmosphere that we've built, and that's what you're about to see. These guys they got into it, so they're just going to figure it out like men, and then it's all going to be done.
All right, here we go.
You can wear them if you want.
Just pull them off. You keeping them on, or you taking them off?
All right, we got gloves and no gloves.
Put your fucking phones
Let's
away.
go. Oh, that mat looks terrible. Oh, that poor mat. Oh. You know he has everything in his power not to be hitting right now. Because there's rules and there's no rules, so we'll see what happens. Great transition north-south. Love it. Good control. Good real-life situation here, too, man. You get in a fight, people gouging eyes and stuff. Great knee. Great knee. That'll turn him up really quick. Good job, strong. Good job. Ooh. Great control on the sprawl. Good pressure. Great job keeping on the toes from gloves on top. Ooh. Bottom guy needs to get that foot in. He needs to get some sort of guard If he could shrimp out, I see. I understand he needs a push. Right hand could go under. Both left hand and right hand could go under. Maybe if he could push off, but there's so much pressure on top, it's going to be hard for him to do that. There's no space. Could go for a buggy choke. Now remember, these guys could be gouging each other's eyes out, biting, all sorts of crap. No rules. They're keeping it together. Great camera work too, by the way. Good. I love that forearm in the face. Just a little bit of space. Remember, wherever your head goes, your body goes. Your body loves your head. Good job. Great job. Nice. Good.
There you go, Jesse.
Come on, Jesse. Let's try him.
Jesse, give him that fucking knee, man. Pop his ass.
Nice.
Give him those elbows.
Good pressure from gloves.
Right there.
Great pressure from gloves.
Come on, Jesse. Give it to him.
Nice.
Train, bro. Train.
Jesse, we're grinding jiu-jitsu here. Submission defense. Let's go. What's going on, kids? Jesse, we're good. We're going to come out on top here.
Come on, Jesse.
This one with your life right here. Back to the mat.
I want you guys to stay to the very end of the video. If you've made it this far, make sure you guys stay to the very end of the video. Do you guys hear them talking in the background? I want to make that a point. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Use your head too, Jesse. Use your head.
Grounded knee means headbutts, Jess.
Totally.
Let's go.
Nice.
Work his ass up.
Good response.
Jesse, we're all right, man. We're going to back to the fucking mat and
The elbow over your head to turn in.
we'll run into it, Jesse. Hard.
Oh, he got him good. He got him good.
You lose this shit, you're in trouble, cuz.
Good defense. Good defense.
Jesse, get the fuck out of here.
I think his name is Jesse on top. Great job putting pressure on his opponent's back. Yeah, great job putting that pressure. I'd like to see him raise that arm. Okay, here we go. That's a hard position. It's a hard position. There we go. Good control. Ooh, we got some elbows. Great body work.
That'll work. Dominant positions, Jesse. We're working dominant positions over everything.
Nice.
Headbutt. Now it's gonna work. Headbutt. Stay on the back. Finish him, Jesse. Finish him, Jesse. Pull that back. This is it right here. There it goes. Get out.
Nice.
That's it.
And that's what I want to talk about at the very end. Stick with me, guys. We're gonna hear just a little bit. I want to hear just a little bit. Post-performance speech. Post-fight speech. Post-fight speech.
You're the toughest. I've seen your ankle, bro. You're a tough motherfucker, dog. You're one of the toughest guys I know. Congratulations. Holy shit. Good job. Hey, happy.
Got these guys.
Good shit, dog. Way to go.
One more time. Guy didn't want to do his fucking dishes and bucked up on me. And then to wrestling practice, I went to shake his hand. He turned his fucking back on me. So I went over and said, "Yo, man, are we good or not good?" He said, "Sorry, bad handshake." He said, "It would be in your best interest to steer fucking clear of me."
Wow.
And then over here at practice, fucking guy's eyeballing me. So I said, "Yo, what's up?" He said, "Talk to me like a man." I said, "Kinda want to smack you in the fucking mouth right now." And he goes, "Fucking do it."
Wow.
So I fucking put 5 fingers across his face. And that's that.
You fought?
We fought. All good.
Beef is gone?
I got no beef.
That's it, right?
My ankle's fucked.
Yeah.
My ankle went in the first one, my ankle went.
Yeah, so the beef with Jesse and I lived at his house for a little bit, maybe a couple weeks. Things didn't work out there. We had some differences on just living together, cleanliness and habits and whatnot. So ended up getting kicked out. Came here back with my boys, and I was still feeling a little salty about the whole thing. So I refused to shake his hand one time during wrestling class, and I just kind of snubbed him and went on and faced off against him in wrestling. Then later that day, he confronted me about it, and he's like, "Well, why didn't you shake my hand?" And I was like, basically just trying to brush him off. I was like, "Well, I didn't want to shake your hand. I didn't feel like it." And he was going on about the issue. It was really,
Well, you're snubbing him. You gotta.
What are you, like, seriously pissed about this? Like, are you trying to, like, fight me or something? And he's like, "Yeah, I want to smack the fuck out of you." And I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, get the fuck away from me. And then out of fucking nowhere, bam, smacks me across the face while class is going on. I was sitting on the mat. What the fuck? Like, no one does that, you know? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gotta fucking do something about this, because if I don't fucking react, he'll think that he can fucking just hit me.
You might just squash the beef right then and there.
Squash the beef, yeah. So I went up to Heath and I told him what happened. And, you know, like where I come from, you'll get kicked out of the gym for doing something like that. So I wanted to ask Heath, like, can I beat his ass here? Do I need to go off site? Like, you know, I didn't know how to fucking handle it. And he's like, "Well, what do you want to do about it?" I said, "Well, now I want to fucking hit him. I want to beat his ass." And then he's like, "I can set that up for you." Like, going over there and talking to Jesse while I'm on the fucking mat on the other side, or while I'm at the other end of the room, and he's setting up a fucking fight. I was like, shit, this motherfucker's like down to fight me right now. Yeah, and so he's like, "We'll let class go, and when class is out, you get your fight." And he just let us create our own rules, how we wanted to fight, so on and so forth. And we fucking fought it out, bare knuckles, like a Valley Tudu fight. I think it was like a Valley Tudu fight is what I call it. And I fucking hit him. I hit him as hard as I could, as many times as I could, and then I eventually gassed out and he choked me. And after we were good. Yeah, we shook hands after that. You know, I made sure he was okay. I went to Nashville, and in my gi bracket, he coached me through a lot of it. He was helping me with techniques and telling me the techniques I needed to do and the strategy I needed to do during my match. I eventually won gold. And then I saw him, I think he won gold in Nashville too. I was helping coach him through stuff, and we're cool now. So it's, I think it's the way you should be able to handle it, like men. Like, if I got something to say to you, I got a problem with you, let's fucking squash it, instead of like getting on social media and talking shit or whatever. So yeah, that's basically what happened.
So I wanted you guys to hang out with me for a little bit, so that way I could at least give you guys a little bit of some insight of how that was handled. And on top of that, what it actually can do for us as humans, right? That's why I love this sport so much. So we'll keep it really quick. I won't keep you guys too long. And while I talk, let's have some B-roll of some jiu-jitsu flow. What do you guys think of this? So the gym owner, I think, made a great call because it does put you in a predicament, right? As a gym owner, you got two guys that got some beef. And you have two options, right? You can either settle it with them internally and say, hey, let's figure this out. Or you can say, hey, either one or lose both. All right. Like there's a few scenarios to it. Not just two, but I'm just saying there's a few scenarios. But one scenario of them just squashing it out, why not? Right. And we don't, this is why like duels and gladiators, like this sense of primal argumentative combat, it really squashes things. And it's not about who wins and who loses. And I'll tell you why. So for this example, Jesse, the guy who won, the guy who slapped the other dude, the guy with the gloves, okay? So they were beefing, obviously, about cleanliness, just integrity, things like that. Kind of what I said in the beginning. Fights usually start between, like, communication and integrity, right? So with this example, the guy flaked out on some stuff. The other guy was upset. So they had some beef going on, and so one guy sucker slapped him or whatever. And it does, there's three sides to a story, right? You got both sides, and then the truth. And so I'm not going to take one is true and one is false. But what I do know is that they both had beef, and they're both like, yeah, we're going to squash it out. Now here's where I'll finish it. What I love about the instructor is he's like, yeah, all right, after class we'll do it. And this is where I was saying, listen to this and keep up with me here. When they started going about halfway through, when positions changed, a scramble and a sweep or something happened, you'd hear the guys around them being like, oh man, good job. Hey, watch out for the sweep. Keep going. Come on. We've been here. They're kind of coaching them through, kind of not. That to them, and that's why it's kind of nice to have an audience too, is because when the audience is involved of you squashing this stuff, it's because, hey, they witnessed, they support you guys. And then when it was done, I love how they all clapped because it was just done. When I used to work at Macaroni Grill, the thing was, whenever you drop a dish, clap, because we're let's not look down and give our customers an angry, or a quiet reaction. Let's have a joyous reaction. So every time a glass broke, hey, we clapped. And so it was this is no different. And it gave them, I think, a sense of camaraderie and also a way to squash the beef. Because too, when they're done, whenever, when it's all said and done, they got what they needed to get out. They said what they needed to say. They got their aggression out. And there is really something to be said about just going one-on-one, toe-to-toe, just getting some stuff out. And on top of that, when they're beating the crap out of each other, they're probably saying some stuff in each other's ear. And again, it's probably one of the most humbling ways to just get some frustration out and solve a problem. They're one of the best ways to do so. So again, if you guys have an issue with someone in the gym, I definitely say go to your instructor, go to the head guy and be like, hey, I got something to deal with, and then see how they want to handle it. Okay, because we don't want that in the gym. We want no beef. We just want cinnamon rolls. That's it. No beef, just cinnamon rolls. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. That being said, I do appreciate you guys. I love you. I hope you're having a great time. Be safe out there while rolling. And this video is sponsored by no one, maybe Amazon. Go down in the description, check out the links. Peace.